The worth of a father. So somebody very close to me told me this story. It's actually a true story. It was his experience. So wakachana and a wife. So him and his wife, parted ways. And for whatever reason, his wife just could not let him see his kids. And this is, at a time when he was doing badly. And he tried to go to the kids' school, obviously couldn't disrupt their lessons, did everything he could. But for some strange reason, later on, of course, he found out that the kids were scared of disobeying the mom because, the mom was in control. And so for 15 years, this guy didn't see his kids. And so for 15 years, he kept asking, Kwani, where did I go wrong? Not with their mom, with my children. I mean, I bent over back, I broke my back for my kids. This is what this guy was telling me. Took them to good schools, woke up and slept, with them seeing me now. I did everything. And then this point in time, no phone call, no not. And by the time they were parting ways, I mean, I think the first one or the first two were much older. And of course, with the advent of mobile phones, they were able, they were able to access their father, but then they didn't. 15 years. And he told me, Jimmy, let me tell you, those 15 years, I mean, were laborious. They were hazy. Everything was just difficult. And I achieved a lot of success, but it felt very hollow. And he told me, and I couldn't figure out, because he had already become numb to that a notion that his kids will never see him or talk to him again. And so one time he's sitting in his office and he gets a call from reception. He says, you have a call on lines G, whatever. Because, he had different lines. So he's okay, which one? So he picks the call. And then he hears, hi, Dad. And he froze. This is 15 years later, he froze. Because he knows his son's voice. And by the way, you can imagine. So by the time he left his kids, the oldest probably must have been 8 or 9. So this is Hesabu plus 15. Kijana gonna base. But that guy said, hey, Dad. Akastuka. He said, what? Son? Allah? Hello? Niaje? Fiti. Yeah. Mko poa. Wenzako akasema hata uko on speakerphone tuko sisi wote. So the guy's like, oh my God. This is 15 years later. I said, my goodness. So they say, hi Dad, hi. Hey, why are you fit here? So the first one is on talking. So he says, so Dad, tunakuja kukuona. So of course, the kids in Nairobi, he lives in Western. And he says, tunakuja kuona. So he said, okay, munataka fare? I said, tuko sawa. Wengine wetu tuko na kazi. Tuko na kazi, so we can afford transport to where you live. Now, don't worry about pale tutakaa, tushajipanga, lakini tunakuja kukuona. So he's like, okay, sawa, munakuja lini? He says, as in, tukimaliza hii simu, tunaingia basi, tunakuja. And so, quick fast, fast forward to the kids' land. And so they tell their dad, for 15 years, tumesikia story ya madhe. Na at some point, tukiwa wakubwa, ilikuwa hai make sense. Kuna kakitu kalikuwa kamehata. So he's like, So when he tried to say, yeah, he says, ngoja tumalize. So he said, let's talk on our control. So they said, sasa tunataka kusikia story yako. So you tell us what happened and why you disappeared from us for 15 years. So to cut the long story short, him and his kids, 15 years later, him and his kids. So they went back and told the mom, and by the way, the mom knew that they were going to see the father. So they went back and told the mom, so tumetoka na Buddha, ametuambia story yake, we tumesikia yako for the last 15 years. And we've decided we're going to, we love you, you're a mother, that will never change, irrespective of vita yako na Buddha. But sasa Buddha, tutakuwa na relationship na yeye. Done. We don't care what he did. Hiyo ni wewe na yeye. Lakini sisi tunataka Buddha yetu. You want to have so you can imagine the last one was bawling. Alikuwa analia tu throughout, unajua? Because he's like, when my dad, when the father left, he was like, what, 4, 5? So here's what it means. If you were committed, if you were there in the formative years of your children, if they slept seeing you, and they woke up seeing you, if you were there in every aspect of their lives, formative years, I'm not talking about it getting involved with your kids when they are 10 or 15. Too late, brother. Wakiwa katika tumbo ya mama yao. Don't let your friends laugh at you when you're changing diapers as a man but wait, what are you doing? You're because ya madem. Wacha waende hawajui. Change your kids' diapers. It has an effect, and I'm talking through experience. Because when things happen between you and the person you love, mukosane vibaya, na aweze kuambia watu wako budenyu ni mjio nini, all those nasty things, or whatever that will happen to you, watoto wako watakuita daddy.
Spice.